Whelp, another Star Wars show has arrived, and after the first 4 episodes have aired, I can no longer keep my voice down. What is this Disneyfied piece of product? My name's Logan, and this is the Rebinge. I'm going to be recapping just all of my feelings and thoughts towards this new Disney Star Wars show. So many things about it just feels wrong. After keeping up with the OG Star Wars movies, the prequels, the shows, and much more since my early elementary days, I feel as if it has lost its way, especially now. So, in no particular order, here's an array of things that I have problems with about this newest show pushed out from the slog that is current day Disney. This is the first show set in the High Republic era, an era that I do not have much knowledge or interest of, having so far only been a period set in recent books and comics that I, as well as many others, have not read. It takes place 100 years before the Phantom Menace, basically breaking canon about when the Sith have last been around, unless this dark side user or users aren't Sith. Maybe the so-called writers can spin it some way that makes sense. I doubt it. Along with that, some of the main planets we've seen so far basically look like a discount version of the discount planet that the overpriced Disney Star Wars theme park is set in. Eesh, not sure how to navigate this maze of seemingly forced DEI policies. You got twin sisters played by Amanda Stenberg, who don't really act very different from each other, despite being on opposite sides of the Force or thread spectrum. Also, there's a green Jedi, played by the showrunner's wife. A little bit of nepotism there. And she supposedly is going to have a lightsaber whip. Racist? I don't care that it was in the comics or other expanded universe stuff. I'm not a fan of this. Then we got Squid Game's guy, who probably out of the whole cast is doing the best, or at least putting in the most effort so far, especially because of the fact that he learned English for the role. So respect to that. Then we have Yord, the cuck of the show. For some reason, I saw a hashtag called YordHorde on Instagram, but I don't really know anyone who's going to be a part of his horde. Heck, even the other characters in the show treat him terribly. And this is the big thing I've noticed with a lot of these current day shows. They put different looking people in these products. They don't put the effort in the writing that goes with those characters to make them interesting to the audience. And then with Disney, they just blame the fans for not liking them, instead of taking accountability for the fact that they don't put effort in making these characters worthwhile. Basically, what I'm saying is that Disney is the one who is toxic, and in this case, of course, Lucasfilm is the toxic one, not the fans, since Lucasfilm is the one creating this. We don't have to accept it, though. Other characters include a Wookiee Jedi who seems meh, X-23 from Logan who is meh, and finally we have the witches. And with that chant that occurred in the 3rd episode, I for one am glad they are dead. Yes, we've gotten other beings in the past who also know the Force, but to claim that you know it better than everyone else is utter hogwash. This fake murder mystery, where the Jedi might be the villains, is so boring so far. We've seen the Jedi act arrogantly in the prequel movies and the Clone Wars, but is it necessary to emphasize this again 100 years before them? No. Because at that point they would have acted worse, I would think, in the prequels. And with half the season through now, what is the rest of the show actually going to tell us that we can't figure out from the obvious foreshadowing? Of course we are going to get another flashback for more context to the Coven's destruction. Of course we will see the Jedi appear to be evil in some way. Of course Osha and May's acting will not get better. Of course they have McDonald's in a galaxy far, far away. Finally, going back to the twins. Somehow they were Anakin Skywalkered into existence. I'm saying this again because it's so repetitive and boring. Why would they do it better than before? I don't understand the reasoning for that. I guess the writers and showrunner don't care. They just want to show that women can do it first. And women can do things first, but they should be able to do it right and with good writing. And right now, I just don't care. It seems like a cheap prequel copy to what has already come before. And sure, when stories can rhyme well, that works. But when it just feels forced and unoriginal, it's not that exciting. Finally, screw these 30-minute episodes for a live-action Disney Star Wars streaming show. Just condense the episodes instead of not allowing for anything to actually happen in the 20 to 30 minutes that we get to see. Though, now that I think about it, the writers' and showrunners' goals aren't really focused on events that are happening anyways. They're just doing stuff. I don't even know if that makes sense what I just said, but what they're doing obviously doesn't make sense either. And as we keep seeing with these past Disney Star Wars D+ shows, sometimes the short runtimes work, but a lot of times, especially in live action, they do not. It's just plotting and boring. At the end of the day, of course, we are once again experiencing absolute incompetence coming from Disney's Lucasfilm and Disney in general. And no, it is not us, the fans' fault for not liking it. It's their fault for not meeting our basic standards of storytelling, intelligence, talent, and honesty. Yeah, it's Sith, but it's a bit better than Die. Well, that about wraps it up. If you made it this long in my haphazardry of trying to explain whatever the heck this show is, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more as I continue to trudge my way through this absolute mess of an entertainment year and this absolute sludge of a show.